Hello dear learners, it's Mrs Whitehouse again with another crafty make for you to do when you've got some time, or when you've finished all your schoolwork that you've had to do, or if you just want to make something for yourself or somebody that you like a lot, or someone that at home that you would really like to give something to. I was going to make a friendship bracelet, but I'm going to show you how to do some plaiting. This is the skill I want to show you how to do. And plaiting is when we take normally 3 pieces of string or wool or something like that, and we twist them together in order to make a plait. Okay, if you've got long hair, if you're somebody with long hair and you have your hair plaited, you'll know what I'm talking about. A bit like doing braids or things like that. So what we need to do is start. I'm going to show you with 3 different colours so that you can see what I'm doing all the time. So I've got some pink wool, I've got some blue wool, and I've got some sort of burgundy coloured wool. You could use string, you could use ribbon probably. Wool's quite good to have a practice on, and it doesn't matter what thickness it is as long as it's the same thickness, all 3 pieces are the same thickness, because it makes it a lot easier for you. So I'm going to use about 2 meters of each one, because you need quite a bit in order to make your... It sounds like a lot, but you actually need quite a lot, so that because it will shrink as you're making it. So that's my first piece. You might need someone to help you work out what 2 meters is, but you need 3 long pieces. It doesn't have to be exactly 2 meters, but if you have it the same, so I'm making mine all the same length. So that's number 2. And then number 3 is the burgundy coloured one. So I put it together and then I feed it along in my hand. Until I get to the end, and they're all the same length. Okay, now if you're going to just make this as a friendship bracelet, you need to have sort of an amount on the end so that you can tie it around somebody's wrist. So if you come in a little bit, about that much, and then tie a knot in it. So if you put it over your fingers, like, oops, how can I show you to do that? Put it over your fingers and then pass it underneath while it's still over your fingers, and then let go. Okay, and you have a knot, or if someone's around to help you do that, that would be fabulous. Now I've got this long end, which is what we're going to tie it round our person's wrist with. So you'll need some sellotape. If you've got somebody at home that can hold this for you, then lovely. You can each help each other to make this. If you're doing this and you want to do this on your own, then if you have a board or something, something that you can sellotape something to, so it could be a work surface, and you sellotape it so that this doesn't go anywhere. Okay, because you don't want this to move. So if you've got somebody holding on to it, that's great, or you can tie it around a doorknob or something that's not going to move, so the door handle. And what you need to do is separate these so that you have, doesn't matter in which order they start off. Okay, so I've got a pink one there, I've got my burgundy coloured one, and I've got my blue one. And the idea is you're going to move the ones from the outside into the middle so that this starts to twist. I'm going to put my blue one into the middle actually. Now if I can get this a little bit closer, you'll see what I'm doing. Oops. Right, let's try and see. Okay, that's hopefully a little bit closer. So I'm taking the outside one, this purple one, burgundy one, and put it into the middle. So it's now swapped places. And then I bring the pink one and take that one into the middle. So that now the burgundy one is no longer in the middle. Okay, so they've all swapped places. You might need to hold it down a little bit. So I'm going to start again with this side with the blue one. So the blue one now goes into the middle. Pink one goes out that way. And then I'm going to bring this one from outside to the middle. They always go from the outside to the middle. Right, so they've now swapped places again. So the pink one now goes into the middle. and then the blue one goes into the middle. And again, they've all swapped places. And can you see what's happening? There's this sort of twisty bit in the middle here, which is quite nice. Okay, so keep going. Doesn't matter what colour it is, as long as it's going from the outside to the middle. So outside to the middle. The pink's on the outside now, so that one goes in the middle and swaps places. Okay, and just keep moving all the way down. Don't do it too tightly, because if you pull that too tightly, it'll all bunch up. So you want it to sort of lay flat so that you can see the plait that you make. And you'll find that all the ends get muddled up together. So each time you put one over, if I'm putting that one over there, I would sort out where the blue one is on my table so that it's in one place. Pink one over the top into the middle, move the burgundy one out of the way, and your ends of your wool will start to get shorter and shorter because you're making the wool is all going into this top piece. Okay, so from the over the top. Now when you run out of space on your board, because this is all moving down, you can't see what I'm doing now. What I do is lift up where my sellotape is and move it further up. Okay, so that it can go up that way. Okay, I'll take it back to the wide shot. There we go. Okay. Okay, and I would just keep going down. I'm going to go a little bit quicker now because I want to get a little bit further down, but you just keep repeating. So outside to the middle. Pull the blue one away. Pink one is outside, that goes to the middle. Outside to the middle. Side to the middle. Okay, pink's on the outside, it goes to the middle. The blue's on the outside, it goes into the middle. Pull the pink one away. And I would just keep going until this is long enough to go round your wrist or wherever you're going to do with it. You could thread, if you were watching earlier, I made a video about making paper beads. Now this would be lovely to thread your paper beads onto so that you could have your paper beads on something really quite pretty. I've got a sparkly pink piece here, mine's here is nice and sparkly. So you could do it with a lot of different wools, as long as they're the same thickness it doesn't really matter. Outside into the middle. Outside into the middle, outside into the middle, and this works on anything that you want to make a plait out of. So if you've got somebody with long hair that you want to have a practice on, ask them first if they'd like their hair plaited, and you could have a little go plaiting people's hair. But plaiting is a really useful thing because you'll end up with this lovely cord that you could do things with. You could even thread beads onto these before you start moving them over into a plait so that you'd have beads going down the middle. Okay, so I'm not going to go right to the end, but this is what you finish up with, and this is lovely plaited piece of cord. So when this is longer, this is probably almost longer. In fact, when I said 2 meters at the beginning, that's probably a bit too much. But depending on what you're going to use it for, you could make it as a little belt around your middle, so you'd have to make it longer. So this is my braided friendship bracelet, or whatever I'm going to use it for. Okay, so have fun making that. That would be nice to see if you've done those. And have some fun and make some friendship bracelets, or make a belt, or make something that you could use this for. You could tie it as a little thing around your teddy's neck, or you could do all sorts of things with it. There we go, learning how to plait with Mrs Whitehouse. And remember to stay indoors or stay at home, and you can remember to wash your hands when you're doing things. Keep well, and I'll see you another time for another little make. Okay, bye for now.